Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're going to be taking a look at the official pricing for this week's pre-orders. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe for Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and of course, Horus Heresy content as well. So let's take a look at what we have this week. So we know there's an extended pre-order week for this, so we have 2 weeks to pre-order the Horus Heresy. And the official price on this USD, unfortunately I did not get my normal price list with the C Canadian dollars on it as well, so I only have US dollar price list, unfortunately. But for this week we have the Horus Heresy. So the official price on this, Games Workshop said under $300, so they went with the $299 price point, so $299 USD for the new Horus Heresy box. It is loaded with a ton of stuff. We did the breakdown on this with our current prices and just sort of like anticipatory prices on a couple of these items. And it looks like there's about $600 worth of retail priced product in this set. So at a $300 price point or $299 price point, you're basically looking at 50% off what it would cost to buy these individually. So it does look like this is a pretty stellar deal, especially as Games Workshop's been pricing things a little on the high end lately. For the amount of models you get in this set and new revision of the game, I would say this is in par with something like the Indomitus set or Dominion, which obviously had mixed results. But I do think this will do well. It is priced right around where they said, $300, so $299 USD for this. I'm going to be picking up a copy of this. Not going to be probably getting into Horus Heresy, but I do like to read through the books and everything. And, of course, the models look great, so definitely be painting some of those up myself. Here's those exclusive items if you do purchase directly from Games Workshop. Next, we have the Liber Astartes and Liber Hereticus. So these are $70 each. So again, right around what we would expect from Games Workshop. $70 for this big, thick, hard rulebook for either, your Loyalist Marines or your Trader Marines. And again, these are hardcover and they are pretty big. Definitely look like there's some massive amount of content in these. So $70 a piece for those. Next we have our upgrade frames. So we have the first 2 boxes of upgrades coming out. The first one is the special weapons. This one is 10 each of these special weapons, 60 total special weapons, $42 for that. And then for the heavy weapons, we have the initial box set of these, which is the heavy weapon upgrade set, and this is for the missile launcher and heavy bolter. And this one again, $42 for this. And then we know there's 2 more sets of these coming in the future. We've seen those, and we would assume those will probably be at that $42 price point as well. Not going to be picking up too many of those little upgrade frames or anything. Next we have the Kratos Heavy Assault Tank. I really like the look of this. I'm definitely getting one of these. This looks awesome and I would love to paint it up. And finding out that you can actually use it in 40K makes it pretty much an auto purchase for me. $125 for this bad boy. The Land Raider is currently around $95. The Baneblade is about $150. So this is right smack in the middle at $125. And I would assume that probably the tank from the box set is going to retail for around that price as well. So, we'll obviously know once this stuff's offered separately, but I would think the Spartan's probably going to be around that $125 price point. Tough to speculate on the other stuff. Characters maybe around like $35, Dreadnought probably somewhere around like $70, and then I'm not sure how they're currently pricing the Terminators, if they'll just stay at like $60 for 5 or something like that. Just speculation on those ones. And then for the Tactical Marines, I don't know if they're going to come out in 10s or in 20s or how they're going to go about that. So we'll have to see as well. But again, next we have the Rhino. So this is the Deimos pattern Rhino. Very cool kit. Nice box set right here. $47 for this thing. So honestly, not bad. I was expecting it probably to be slightly more expensive, I guess. I think the current Rhino is around this price point, depending on like which one you get and what kind of upgrade frame comes with it. But cool new tank, definitely looks good. I'm not sure I'm going to be picking one up, but it's nice to know that they have them. Didn't get the prices on the different Tactical Marines. Next we have Azek Ahriman. So this Ahriman is the old Burning on Prospero Ahriman. This one's $33.50 for him. So right at the price point we would expect for a character. Didn't get anything on this dice. I think the last thing that I got was the Bookmark, which was pretty cool. Didn't get anything for like all this stuff. Sorry, it was kind of a weird week this week. So this was the last thing that I got, was the Bookmark, and this is 1850 for the Horus Heresy. I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor. Bookmark. So interesting enough. But yeah, that's it for this week's official pricing. So I would say overall, no big surprises or anything like that. Pretty much everything coming in right around what we expected. I was thinking those upgrade sets were probably going to be somewhere from like 40 to 60, or 40 to 50 rather. Ahriman right around like that $35 mark. So it looks pretty normal. The Rhino coming out. I think the regular Rhino right now again is somewhere around like $45 or something, depending on if you get like the Chaos or the Sisters of Battle, or just the regular one comes with like Razorback sprues. So it's a little different, but right around that same price point. Very nice looking model. I really like this Kratos. I cannot wait to build this thing. It's freaking awesome. My favorite tank of, I think probably all time, is the Sicarian. So I think this thing is like basically just a beefier version of the same kind of look. So big fan of this and the overall look. Upgrade frame wise, who knows? You know, if I'm getting around to painting and modeling some of the Horus Heresy stuff, I'll probably want some heavy and special weapons for them, but not going to pull the trigger on them right away. Not going to bother with the books because I do not plan on playing the game necessarily, but I am definitely going to be snagging up the new set, as it is awesome, loaded with models, and definitely looking forward to getting my hands on this plastic. There's some nice stuff in this box set. You know, I think it goes kind of like under the radar, but I would say the Spartan is pretty freaking awesome too. I think it kind of gets like brushed to the side, but if we assume that Spartan's going to come out at that 125 price point as well, you know, the rest of this box set is basically retailing for 175, because if you subtract out the 125 for the tank, you know, and it's $300, $299, so 175 for the rest of the box set. You know, and then again, if we assume the Dreadnought somewhere around like $75, we're talking $100 for everything else. The two characters, $35 a piece. That's $70. So you're basically paying $30 for 10 Terminators and 40 Tactical Marines if you were going to buy all the other components also. So again, probably around $600 retail in this box set. And yeah, definitely. I suspect this one's going to sell out. I don't know how fast it will sell out. If it's just going to be like immediately everybody jumps on it. I think it's cool. A lot of people are excited about it. 30K is fairly popular. I think it's somewhere in between 40K and Age of Sigmar. It might not even be that popular. It may be less popular than Age of Sigmar, depending on how you gauge it. If you're gauging it by the amount of players or the amount of money people spend on the game, or, you know, there's different ways to kind of look at it. I don't know which one's more profitable for GW, but I know that 40K is leaps and bounds ahead. So depending on how many they made of this, I don't think they're going to have a blunder similar to what happened with Dominion, where it's selling for 50% off like a year later and they're just flooded the entire market with them. I don't think we're going to have a situation like that, but I don't think we're going to have an Indominus situation where it's like sold out real quick and people are like immediately, you know, selling them for a bunch over retail. I think if you want a copy of this, you'll be able to get your hands on it probably for the next few months. After that, could go either way. I think we'll know pretty quickly how popular it is and, you know, how excited people are about it once we see, you know, how many copies Games Workshop made and how like the initial couple weeks of pre-order and pricing and everything goes, and then what they ship out to shops. Because if, you know, they don't get nearly as many orders as they expected, I expect them to fully fulfill everybody's orders quickly. But if they have some, you know, over demand or under supply, we'll likely see them ship only a portion to each shop. So we'll be able to gauge with various metrics, you know, how popular this set is, how quickly it's going to sell out, you know, if it does, when it does, etc. So, but very excited for this one. So if you did enjoy today's video and you do find these videos useful, sorry for my Canadian fans out there. I know you guys always show your support and appreciate the prices. I just didn't get my typical like layout and everything on the price list, which normally has Canadian on there as well. So we'll be back to regular for next week though. Make sure if you do enjoy videos like this that you like and subscribe, share them with your friends. Really helps out the channel, obviously when you interact and leave comments. So let me know, are you going to be picking up any of this week's pre-orders? Are you more excited for Chaos or the Loyalists? And obviously which faction you're going to play. That's it for this week. So if you do enjoy Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and of course Horus Heresy content, everything from reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, and conversion tutorials, make sure to like and subscribe. That's it for this week. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.